The following is a Thorpe TV production brought to you in cooperation with Jack Thorfinson. Live from the Pecos Painty Ranch, way up north near the Canadian border, it's time for your favorite Saturday program, The Middle-Aged Man's Guide to Survival in the Post-Common Sense Era Show, starring that incredible, that dynamic, that talented performer, Jack Thorfinson, and his sidekick, MrHolster. Good morning. Another Saturday, and here we are. Jack and his sidekick, MrHolster. That's me. Today we got some good stuff for you. We're going to take a look at a Colt. We're going to talk about what Jack did last night. And then last but not least, we're going to look at a Winter Sig. First off, let's take a look at that new Colt. Kind of excited about this. The Colt Classic 1911. There it is. Notice it's blued, a full size with a 5-inch barrel. It has the 70 series action. One thing I really like about the looks on this is it has the classic Colt roll markings, the original markings from Colt. It's a little different though because it's got the national match barrel and a medium length trigger. It does, however, have the traditional sights and those classic walnut grips, all for a manufactured suggested retail price of $8.99. I'm kind of excited about that. I like the old Colts, and this is very reminiscent of the original Colt 1911. I like the looks of that, but you know, I like the original Colts, Jack, back in the day. Yeah, I'm an old guy, I know. Jack had an interesting time at the event last night, and unfortunately, although he took his piggy bank with him and he had enough quarters and dimes to participate in the first round. You had enough to not only participate in the first round, but you bought yourself something to drink, and you also had enough to bankroll for the next round. And I don't know how he does it. Every time you gambled and came up with enough money to be in the next round, he was in 5 rounds. That's $100 you lost, Jack. $100 trying to win a gun in those raffles down at the Legion. Wow, that's too bad, Jack. I feel sorry for you, but he did come home with $37.50 that he got in tips from doing his Pee Wee Herman imitation when the guys played tequila on the jukebox. You'd think they'd be getting kind of tired of that routine, Jack, but no, he always ends up with some cash out of that. Next, let's go take a look at that Sig P220 that I was talking about putting a winter cover on it. Yeah, I like that, huh, Jay? Does that sound good? Yeah. Next, we're going to look at a Sig P220, what I'm going to call the winter carry. And if you want to hear the whole story behind this, you can just go to my Patreon channel and check it out. I got a video on this there. And if you're a Patreon member, you've probably seen this already if you follow the channel. But you haven't seen the finished version. And it's all about this P220 with the badly worn slide due to holstering and reholstering. So I decided I was going to make it match the winter camo Shockwave. So here you go. I thought I'd share it with you and let you see the finished product. And you can go check out the original on my Patreon channel, see what it looked like if you're that interested in it. But here it is, done and complete. There you go. Thought I'd share that with you. I think it looks a little better. It doesn't look quite so old and worn out like MrHolster does. Just because I'm old and worn out doesn't mean what I'm carrying around with me has to be. Says I. So there you go. I thought I'd share that with you today. Well, there you go. There's our show for the week. We hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. You enjoyed it, Jack? I know your head hurts. I know, buddy. But still, you had fun, didn't you? Well, yeah, you would have had more fun if you would have brought something home. Well, 3750 looks pretty good to me, Jack. Till next time, from Jack and his sidekick, MrHolster, go out and stay safe. I don't know how much time it took, Jack. I'm sure you ate up more of their life than their... Yeah, someday on their deathbed when they're in the hospital, they'll wish they had that time back. They'll probably turn to their wife and go... She'll go, do you have any regrets, honey? And he'll go, yeah, watching Jack Thorfinson. And the sidekick, but I don't remember his name. Yeah. See, I'll be clean on this deal. You think about that when your time comes.